Hello, hello, hello. I've got some Paul McCartney stuff. And then hopefully, when this has been said and done, everybody will stop talking about Paul McCartney forever. How's that for a wish? It's an impossible dream. To dream the impossible dream. Yes, Don Quixote says it all, or Peter O'Toole says it all. But anyway, listen, whilst you're watching, this is very important. I was thinking of making a proper video, and then I thought, nah, fuck him. He's not worth it. I've put all my cash into his pocket, not a word of thanks. The bloke's a shithead. He's a silly old bastard who keeps making shit lyrics all the time. Ooh, I was thinking of getting some pay, but then I jumped into the hay. Hey, hey, wanker. Anyway, listen, here's the top 10 because I want to tell you. You've got a right to know, and I'm going to do it in reverse order as well. This is a historic moment. Uh, and we'll go through the albums as well. On my own website, I am going to look through the tracks, see what I said about the tracks. Unfortunately, I can't, apart from my own Invisible Ray blog, I can't actually share my website with you because I happen to be under a different name, and I wouldn't want you to know about my true identity should Gotham City be in any sort of danger in the near future. So what we're going to do for the time being is we're going to get on with Hello King's Court. Yeah, I had to go quickly because silly old fucker I am. Silly old fucker. It was actually the noise. I couldn't find it located, so I had to switch everything off. And it was my fucking mobile, wasn't it? My cell phone. Oh, anyway, listen, the exciting news is, and you see, the exciting thing is, you can interact with this as well. You can tell me you're totally wrong, Raymondo, totally wrong, and I shall laugh in your face. Ha 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 ha. And then I'll start insulting you. So please, let's keep this conversation lively. Right. So, and we're going to start off. This is how bad it is. I'm going to tell you. Let me give you a little speech first. I thought, okay, so there's about 26 albums, as many as James Bond films. But with James Bond, actually, no, not with James Bond, because there's only about three or four that I hate. You know, so. But with Paul McCartney, it's a horrible mix. And to think that some of these albums that I've chosen are in the top 10, it disgusts me. It disgusts me that they've been chosen. But because they're in the top 10, it doesn't mean it's good news. It just means you've done two and a half times shit albums than you should have done. I mean, if you'd stopped here, you could have looked at this body of work and said, well, you can't knock it. You can't knock it. But you'll see what I mean anyway. You'll see what I mean. And I'll tell you some things as I go through this. Are you all ready? We're fit to be tie-dyed because I need to know that the man's here watching this live because he also needs to exorcise his demons. We all got to do that, really, haven't we, at this time? Anyway, listen. So I think it's about all I've got to say about the intro about this. So shall we go? Shall we go? Yeah, King's Court. Yeah, I know he did more than I saw. Mark P's got a box set of all of Elvis's albums. I thought, what a waste of money! What a waste of money! I asked him that, has he actually done a good album? And his answer was one or two. But that answers my question. If you can't name them, then no, he hasn't. But Elvis had his own demons. We're not talking about that wanker. Um, Right, so here we go. I've lost the page now. I've got to reset. Here we go. Can I just have a quick sip? Um, right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So we're going. We're going to start. Please feel free to interact because I'm going on my website right now, so I can't see you. So I'm looking at another screen. So please excuse me for a momento, bastard. Right. Okay. So we're going to go with this one first. I'm only going to find the album because that way I can make sure that I include all the shitty songs on it. Anyway, my number 10 choice for his, well, let's say top 10 really, is Red Rose Speedway. Let me just tell you that My Love is worth the admission fee, and that is the high point, and it is the only high point. Somewhere in the middle, One More Kiss is a nice little number. And I like Single Pigeon, although it's a bit pointless. And I like When the Night as well, but the medley is a pile of shit. Loop is a pile of shit. Little Lamb Dragonfly, it confuses me to this day. I can't make my mind up about it. It's certainly not a classic. Get on the Right Thing's just shit, and so's Big Bomb Bed. So up your bum if you like it. Right, the next one, and I don't need to even look this one up because it is so bad. It's a bloody disgrace. It's a bloody disgrace. Oh, there you are. I'm glad you're here. Did you get my number 10 choice there? This is Paul McCartney's top 10. It's very exciting times. Anyway, for the next one, all I need to tell you is there are two hits on there which are worth the admission price. Can you tell me the album, please? You Beatle experts. Oh, hello, nice guy, Nick. Yeah, what's the album I'm talking about? This is number 9. It's got two big hits on it, and that's about it. If you don't answer, I'll fucking tell you. Oh, it's Wings at the Speed of Sound. Now, to this day, even now, I still think this album's far more important than it actually is. Um, it is horrible album. It's horrible, but there's something positive, and this was kind of like the start of Wings, in my opinion. The start of when my mum started gravitating towards Paul McCartney. Do you know what I mean? It was music that pleased housewives, and like I said, I think my mum saw Wings as Rod, Jane, and Freddie. And without drugs or anything, she just kind of fell for this bullshit about, oh, we live in the country and we're kind to animals, and we're vegetarians, and we do this and that. And she'd read about all that shit. She'd like to do it. She'd have loved to have been in Greenham Common until she spent a night with fleas jumping all over her. Anyway, look, she's my mum's an artist. She's there. Anyway, right. Yeah. Can you just stop, please, for a minute? I've got to read these questions. Speed of sound. Yeah. About 10 years after I asked the question, nice guy, Mick. Anyway, listen. So we got to. So it is Speed of Sound at number 9. Now, let them in. Silly love songs. What can I say? They're great. As for the rest of the album, it's like he spent all his efforts on those two songs, which are essentially Wings. That is hallmark Wings. And like I said, Wings were never going to be a great rock band. And this was a desperate attempt to sort of capture. He's fighting a losing battle because he knows people want his mishy mushy shit, and he goes too far on this with Warm and Beautiful. John Heaton had this at his first wedding, and I can tell you that wedding, that marriage ended in divorce. So it ain't a good song, and a terrible choice. A terrible choice. He probably put Mr. Blobby at his wedding now if it's Paul McCartney sang it. Anyway, listen, I'm not here to have personal dig. This is a top 10 of Paul McCartney. It's very important so I can exorcise my demons. Second time I've said that tonight, fit to be tie-dyed. And I thought it'd do you some good as well because it'll exercise your demons. And you as well, nice guy, Mick. And King's Court, yeah. King's Court, yeah, it'll do you some good too. Even you, Brian Borrow, why not? Hey, and you, Rachel, and Mark P. He's Mark P. Hi, Mark P. Oh, well, isn't this an honour having Mark P? We just need Beetle Brad, don't we? I can't remember the song. What's the song go like? I'm gonna meet Beetle Brad. Anyway, listen, we're still talking about. So there's the cook of the house, as Mark P said, which is an abomination. An abomination. I can't. There are not words to describe it. Watch my review for that one. Then there's a bunch. There's a handful of songs as people in the audience here tonight would say, "Oh, yeah, they're great songs." They're not great songs. They're shit, and they're not by Paul McCartney. So what are you buying the album for? I don't want to hear Jimmy McCulloch or whoever else was in the band. I don't fucking know who they are. Don't give a shit. Just give a shit if Paul McCartney's singing or not. All right? Call me simple. Oh, when I met Joe English once. Oh, wonderful man. Who's Joe English? Eh? Harry Saltzman's brother. And it's like breaks, isn't it? Yeah, well, no, I hate sound effects and I hate these bits and pieces he puts on there. Now, let me tell you more about this album before I totally bypass it because I'm not reading this from a script, so I've got to ad lib. The album the album is very bad actually, and like I said in my review, you don't need it. All you need is Wings Greatest or something like that, or one of the hundreds of compilation albums he's done, and he leans heavily on those two hits as well, very heavily. So now let me see. Oh, let me just refresh my. I'm just thinking if. Oh, there's Beware My Love. Beware My Love. Shit. It's him trying to be a rocket and failing miserably. Was there any others on there? I should have. Can we hold on because we're going to get to. We'll be getting to that. I've had enough talking about this album. Let's go to number 8. Just out of curiosity, does anybody want to take a stab quickly at what album's at number 8? You'll be most surprised. You will be surprised. Very wise choice, nice guy. Well, I'm going to tell you. No. Now stop, everybody. Stop. You're close, nice guy, because it is actually Pipes and Peas. Now, you'll be saying to yourself, oh, hang on a minute. Speedy just wants to say something. On Pipes of Peace, can you tell the audience why it's number 8, please? Because it fucking beats me. Well, yeah, Speedy, it's a good question. Well, you see, this was the album. Had reached puberty during this album, and I was still very much. I wasn't quite torn at that point, but later on, just after the release of that album, I had to get into more contemporary music, and Paul McCartney started fading. But still, at that point, I thought it was all right to own Paul McCartney stuff because, I mean, he was lucky because last time it was Stevie Wonder, who was still seen as pretty cool. And this time it was Michael Jackson, who was on top of the world. So it gave the red light, the green light to Paul McCartney to be coolish, like, yeah, you got Stevie Winwood, people like that. Mind you, Stevie Winwood's years younger than Macca. Older people in the chart. So Paul McCartney could get away with it, and he weren't as bald as Elton John, so why not? I mean, even Rod Stewart was looking a bit aged by this point, so why not? And you see, so it does have a bit of a soft spot. And my first ever girlfriend, uh, we never listened to this album as such, but it was around at the time. It was around at the time. I remember that. Yeah, I do. But I have to say, I fooled myself for years that Say was actually an all right track, and it wasn't. The whole album was a nasty, vicious plug, which backfired on McCartney, and it did end. It did end in him being banned from the Radio One playlist, and more of that maybe later on, maybe not. Anyway, the standout tracks on here are So Bad, I suppose. It's all right. I mean, it's a bit drippy, but it's all right. Uh, hey, David Jackson, baby. Yeah, all right, all right. Listen, I can't read all your comments because I've got this script to get through. Well, it's not. It's in there, but I've got to get it out, so I can't be waylaid too much by your comments. You'll have to talk between yourselves for a few minutes till I ask questions. All right? Okay. When I ask questions, I want answers. Bang, 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 quick. All right. So we're still on Pipes of Peace now. There is a whole. I think it's all of side two is absolutely appalling. I mean, that's a whole side of music, just shit. And as for side one, uh, um, hang on a minute, I'm trying to think of it. Pipes of Pieces, I don't like it. Don't like it. And then it says, oh, and then it's like, listen, this is a bit of a saving grace because although it is so laughably bad, but I mean, and my mum complained about this and the other track that I like on it, Keep Undercover. And she said, she said, uh, she said, why do these songs always finish so bad? So bad, And I said that, yeah, they do, don't they? Or they're just something really embarrassing in them. And she didn't even notice Dustbin Lid. She just thought the ending was shit. And with Keep Undercover, she thought the ending was shit as well. They seemed like good songs, and then Mac would ruin it all with something. Also, Eric Stewart's on this album. Oh God, you can hear him as well. He's so annoying. Hate Eric Stewart. I'd like to punch him. So if you're watching Eric Stewart, because you've got nothing better to do, have you? I want to beef you. How's about that? Give you a duster. Right. Okay. So that's it. Let's go. I'll tell you what number we was on. So number 7 is Ram. Let me just go to the Ram thingy because I need to find Ram. I need to remember the songs. Just the same as you look, because let's face it, you can't remember all the songs on here, can you? Because you never even get the fucking records out to play them. Right, so too many people. I thought it's bad natured, but it's a good song. Three Legs is shit. Ramon's shit. Dear Boy's good. I like that. Uncle Albert's good. Admiral Halsey's shit. Smile Away, crap. Heart of the Country's appalling. Monkberry Moon Delight's appalling. Eat at Home's pretty good. Long Haired Lady's appalling. Ramon, don't even talk about it. Backseat of My Car could have been good, but embarrassing lyrics and very embarrassing. Another thing my mum complained about, we could make it to Mexico City. I said, yeah, I know it's shit, mum, isn't it? All right, so anyway, that's that out of the way. That's all I've got to say about that album. Uh, it's at number 7. And do you know what I've put? Do you know what I've put before it? I'm ashamed of myself for even having these albums on here. All right. Okay. Here we are. This is the one. So at number six, we have Venus and Mars. Now, just to let you know that I was into this when I first got it, and I got it really cheap down the market or someplace second-hand store for about a quid. So I wasn't disappointed. Um, but it's faded, and it's a very dated album, and it's also kind of embarrassing when you think he's trying desperately to be like a glam rocker about this time, and like I can be a stadium filler as well, and I can do this, and really this is kind of tepid rock. It's not, the rock show. It's it's let's put it this way: the album has got very high production values. It's very well produced. Like Speed of Sound is, Band on the Run is, um, definitely Speed of Sound, but this is a very well, it's a very polished production, uh, but the songs, it doesn't make a coherent album. When you've got the Crossroads theme, which is just stupid. Um, you've got Medicine Jar's probably the best song on the album, and it's not even by Paul McCartney. Um, what other horrors are in it? Oh, Call Me Back Again's dreadful. Oh my God, Lonely Old People, Treat terrible, shocking, terrible songs. Um, Listen to What the Man Says. I hate it. I really do. I can't listen to it no more. Um, Letting Go. I like it, but it goes on just a bit too long, and I don't like the brass fading it out. It ruins it. You gave me the answer is horrible because what he's trying to do. He's trying to do what, like Noel Coward, or you've got to be posh like John Heaton. John Heaton could get away with singing like, "Well, I go with just a blah, blah." You see, that's the fun part of it. It's posh people, plummy people speaking like that. When it's just a fucking dirt common shitbag like Paul McCartney, he said, "Blah, blah, blah," it just sounds ridiculous. Like he's just trying to ape the upper classes very badly. No, they don't talk like that up in the manor house, mate. If it was 35 years ago. Yeah, you're right. I'm the same. I used to play them, but I don't no more. Not even for fun. Usually for research, like I had to with Flaming Pie. What a disappointment that was. All right. Anyway, I think where oh, Venus and Mars. Yeah, I think I've said all I need to say about that. Oh, and I hate it when he's talking. And it sounds, oh god, it sounds like he's a retard, doesn't it? Waiting for the transport to come, and it's not even well thought out sci-fi though, is it? It's shit. It's like idiot sci-fi. I'd hate him to send me a script for a sci-fi movie. You imagine that? Well, we pressed the red button and then we took off to Mars. Oh wait, there was one more little joy in amongst this horror, and that is a song called "Loving Song." Now it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it sounds very nice. Thank you very much. I like it. It works. It works for me. Right now, number 5. Now, you'll be pleased that I've included this. Back to the Egg. Now, oh, hang on a minute. What was that? So, oh, yeah, hang on. What else was it? Was it? Nobody's there. Nobody's there. Uh, Ray, excuse me. Yeah, what do you want, Socrates? Um, have you got Back to the Egg in this list at all? Well, as a matter of fact, Socrates, yes, I have got Back to the Egg here. And you'll be pleased to know that I have got a special place for this in my heart as well. I did get it about 2 years later, maybe, I think. Oh, well, what do you mean? Well, I couldn't afford it at the time, but it was in the market or something, so I bought it, and I think I got a single from it. Oh yeah, well, yeah, and do you know what? I don't mind it. He tries at it, but the trouble is, he's trying to be punk rock. Now he's an idiot. He's an idiot. If he ever, I didn't know he was trying to be punk rock. That's why I got Chris Thomas in the punk producer and also White Album producer, and Chris Thomas did the best he could do with it. Let me tell you, and he didn't do a bad job. Um, I don't mind it. I haven't got a problem with Back to the Egg. I mean, it is very hit and miss, and some of the punk songs really do my head in, and also Rockestra does my head in. But I like A Baby's Request is the best song on the album, and that works. That works. It's he's not putting on that stupid Noel Coward voice or aping the aristocracy. So it works. It's kind of laid back. Get away with that. And my nan loved it. I love it as well. It's a great song. Um, Getting Closer would be good. It would be good, but yeah. And it's like I said, I was around Sussex and Kent at the time, so Paul's right close to me, and also he's back on the Parlophone label, so it felt good. So and also my mum saw him down Eastbourne Station and waved at him, and he waved back. So it was a good year, that was. So I can't really knock it too much because sentimental shit gets in the way. But I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it if I have to. Right. Oh, excuse me, Ray, but thanks for that. But what's the next album? Uh, well, I'll just have a look, shall I? All right. Now I'm going to have to look up the tracks here because I have forgotten this one. This is number 4, and this is right. Better come up. Oh yeah, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Right. So at number 4 we have. Oh yeah, McCartney too. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah, you wanna love to last forever. Oh, shut up! I hate that one. Temporary secretary is good. Yeah, I'd like a temporary secretary. I'd like looking up her skirt, looking at her minge. Oh yeah. Oh man, don't. I'd like to look up a girl's skirt as well, just for the hell of it. Does she wax? Don't she wax? Don't care. On my way, forgotten it. Waterfall. Well, oh, you like this album? Yeah, yeah. Again, it kind of it's a sentimental thing. I liked it. I liked it. I thought it was, as John Lennon called it, depressing. It was nicely depressing. And although he's trying to muscle in on the electronic age, he hasn't got a fucking clue what he's doing. But what he is doing is kind of nice. It's McCartney-ish. So he's not aping anyone for once. He's doing something. He's copying something, but it's ending up sounding very Paul McCartney. Oh yeah, so that's why I like it. Yeah. Oh yeah, much better than the first pile of shit. McCartney won. Well, McCartney won. Yeah, it's all bollocks, isn't it? Yeah. So what else we got? Nobody knows. Pretty good. Or Waterfalls. I love that one. That's the best one on the whole album. I really like that one. Even my dad liked that one. Did he? Yeah. Yeah, he even liked Paul's hairdo at the time. He liked to be sitting. It really suits Paul, that does. But I think he was fucking a barmaid at the time, so he was in a really good mood. Major change, grumpy old fucker. Or when he put that leather jacket on, Christ, you knew he was going to be in a bad mood. Right wanker. Summer's Day song. Now, my Mavis, she said, um, "Is this a classical song?" And I says, "No, Maeve." I says, "No, Paul wrote this all by himself, so it's a good song. So I give this kudos. We like Summer's Day song." He's already earned his ticket with this one. I like it, and it's also another Sussex Kent kind of album, Parlophone. It's close to me. It's earthy to me. Do you know what I mean? It makes sense to me. It's not like him trying to bullshit to the Americans. He's just trying to be Sussex man. Yeah. Uh, right. We got bogey music. Oh, I'll tell you a funny story. Now, my sister, she really, really, really hates Paul McCartney, but she did. Um, uh, she loved the TV series Fungus the Bogeyman. And I says she always used to like a bit of a laugh and a giggle, my sister. And she says to me, "Oh," she said, "Do you know what?" She says, "Oh, you see Fungus the Bogeyman the other day?" I says, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." Do you know what? I says, I've got a song about Fungus the Bogeyman." Have you really? I said, "Yep." And she goes, "Who's it by?" And I says, "Look, I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm just going to put it on, so don't look." And then she goes, "Yeah, it's pretty good. Who is it?" And I says, "Paul McCartney." She goes, "Fucking hell." She says, "What a wanker. Why would he do?" And then she turned against it right bad. But she never forgot it. She said a couple of years later, she goes, "Everybody bogey." It is embarrassing. It is really embarrassing. But it's another reason to like the album. It's like the other me, you know. Darker, I don't mind Darker. It's all right. One of these days, it's a sad little song, but it's all right. All right, okay. Well, yeah, yeah, now you've made me kind of like that album. Yeah, people don't give it enough like love, do they? I mean, they're going, "Yeah, that's brilliant. Wildlife's brilliant. Oh, shove it up your bum's brilliant. Shove it up your bum, especially. Yeah. Oh, shove it up your bum. Yeah, shove it up your bum." Oh, give me some of that fucking wanker. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. I told him, I said, after last time, saying all those stupid things to me, I said, "You're never going to come back on it." "Yeah, you try to stop me." "You try to stop me." All right, should we just get on with the bloody playlist? God's sakes. Oh, God. So there we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this one up as well because there's so many bloody tracks on it. Can anybody guess what it is? This is number 3. Who it? Who it? Can you see me, everybody? Can you see me? Can you see me running? You disgusting creature! What are you? Half man, half sock? No, I'm all man. All man. Any ladies out there you want to find out? Huh? Huh? Shut up! Oh, where was? Oh, yeah, yeah. The number 3 album. What's number 3 album? Right? Well, I'll tell you. Oh, do you want to ask the audience any questions? Can anybody guess what the number 3 album would be? Huh? He said, "Huh." Hey, this isn't fucking America, you know. Oh, God, you make me so angry. Do you know what? It's not what those fucking arseholes, they got the Winnie the Pooh books, didn't they? And the A.A. Milner state rightly complained because Winnie the Pooh starts saying, "Hey, hey, Piglet, what did you say to me, huh?" The fucking Winnie the Pooh say, "Huh?" God. Yeah. It's a pity we ain't got Roger Daltrey's top 10 here, isn't it? Nothing is real. No, you. I'm invisible for fuck's sake. Oh, down. Come on, come on. Relax, relax. They don't know what they're saying. All right, so we're on. Is anybody guessed what this third album is? For God's sake, can somebody? Are you still there? Has he gone? Oh no, he has. He's gone. What do you think? Fit to be? All right. Well, I'm going to tell you then. I'll tell you. It's London Town. Ooh, oh yeah, London Town. Well, this is where it all started with me and McCartney. All those years ago, I was a young, ignorant, fucking spunk rag. In fact, I hadn't even started wanking. I just loved everything. About the same time, the Beatles and Paul McCartney, they gelled together. In fact, it might have been Paul that got me into the Beatles, but it was a mixture of Ringo and Paul being sort of around, and being mainstreamish, and me sort of us having the Blue album in the house, which was accidental, really. Proceed. Yeah, I know. Well, let me explain my reasons to you. Let me explain my reasons. I've got to go through the tracks, so I won't be looking at you. So, excuse me. You just stay there looking at the audience. Keep an eye on them fuckers. All right, especially that one down there, and I'll let you go. I'll go through the tracks. So London Town it's shit really. Cafe on the left, but I don't mind it. It's all right. It's a bit disco-y. It's not bad. I'm carrying is a bit sickly, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Backwards Traveller, I absolutely love. I don't know why. I love it. Cufflink, it's not bad. Children. I think Danny Lane should be put in jail for that one. Girlfriend, I actually really, really love this song and Michael Jackson's version of it. I like it. Makes me feel happy. I was a young bloke at the time. I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, when I finally got the album, it was 1970. 79. Now, I think I just started my stalking Maria Rolls at the time. So, I mean, it meant a lot to me, all this kind of, with a little luck. I think he's just brilliant. I've had enough. It is harmless, but, it shows that he can't properly rock. This album is proper Wings. It was the Wings, this was his safe zone in Britain. It didn't work so well in America, but this was his safe area in Britain. All right, he didn't get the number one or nothing, but this was what his audience wanted from him. I don't know what you in America's audience wanted from him, but this is by this point, this is what Wings had become, and this is what people expected from him, and this is what I expected from him, which is why I quite like the album. But I was a much younger person. I was fucking, like I said, I hadn't even started wanking. So that's how long ago it was. That's how stupid I was. All right, name and address is just stupid. Deliver Your Children could have been a good song, but they ruin it with shit lyrics. And it goes on a little bit too long. Famous Groupies. I used to love that one, but I had no idea what it was about. Now I do know what it's about, and I hate it. It's crap. Don't Let It Bring You Down. No, not the Neil Young classic. That's a poor man's version. And that's it. Morse Moose and Grey Goose. John Heaton can keep this one, mate. He can keep it. All right, so let's get back to my audience. We didn't want nothing from him. I don't get what you're saying there, Fitby Tie-Dyed. Oh, hi, Skip. I was saying I can't be reading down the sidebar because I've got to get through this vital thing, and then we're down to number 2. All right, can anybody guess what number 2 is going to be? I'll tell you something. It's not going to be flaming pie. Well, you can carry on guessing for a minute because me and Socrates, we're just going to drink some of this here beer. Mm-hmm. 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 Any guesses? Flaming Egypt Station. Mark P. He can't wait. He cannot wait. Oh, can I just explain to you? I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you. Listen, I'm just going to tell you people one thing, right? The worst albums I can think of, and I'm not familiar with many of his 2000 plus albums, or even like early 90s albums. I know certain tracks off of them, but I can tell you, Press to Play is at the right arse end. He's the right arse end, so that ain't going to be in the top two. Um, what else is right down there? Um, yeah, I've made McCartney, which would have been in my top 10 because of sentimental reasons, but I had to make sacrifices. Wildlife and McCartney, which I both had a sentimental value to, I think. I got rid of them. They would have been in the top 10 once, believe it or not, but they're not anymore because I just listen to them and I find them embarrassing now. I just think they're it's a rip off to make an album like that, really. Um, uh, listen, we've had no, we've had your bottom two, Dave Jackson. Gosh, yeah. I have to let you know, but I don't think it would make any difference whatsoever that Memory Almost Full and Chaos and Creation I haven't really listened to. I did listen to some of Driving Rain, and after Flaming Pike kind of convinced me um, that that I wasn't going to be getting anything that I liked. Do you know? I mean, I liked McCartney in the '70s, early '80s, and then it just died. And I don't think it ever come back. Although I wanted it to, I don't think it ever did. So at number two, we've got Tug of War. Now, if you watch my review, you'll hear all I've got to say about that. So we're going to get right on to number one. What do you think it's going to be, everybody? What do you think it's going to be, everybody? Ooh. What could it be but Band on the Run, eh? It's just great, isn't it? I love it. Do you know, I could just put that one on right now and I can listen to it all the way through. We got that album when it come out. When I say we, I think my dad was fucking a woman called Anne who worked at the local record store, and she used to give him like not only black albums for my dad and her to listen to when they were doing it, but she also give my mum Helen Reddy albums and stuff that would pacify her, so she wouldn't think because you see my dad was hanging around with her husband Tony, but she was kind of fucking my dad. Anyway, it was all complex, but we had the Paul McCartney and Wings album. So this is why I always thought, because all I saw was those three on the cover, and I thought, oh, that's Wings, just three members. So I was always a bit miffed when I heard there was other people on it. But anyway, who gives a fuck? So there you go. That's the top 10, and it's a good top 10. Apart from half of it's shit, but like I said, it does show you that the body of work from McCartney, and this is what I consider his top 10 albums, it's pretty bloody awful. Uh, Anyway, let me read some of these questions. Egypt State, are you pissed off that Egypt Station's not on there, Mark P? Band on the Run, of course. Yeah, I mean it had to be, didn't it? It had to be. I will talk about Flowers in the Dirt one day because I was fooled. Like I said, with Flaming Pie, exactly the same things went through me. I thought, hang on, I've been fooled. This, when I finally listened to it, I thought, no, this isn't all that. A couple of good songs on it, mostly drivel, and another collaboration that falls flat on its face because he can't do it. He can't do it. He's too much of an arsehole to work with. What Paul McCartney is? He's a lovely bloke. Yeah, he's not. He's an arsehole. No, Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if he did release that. He's going to carry on doing it because there are people out there who are going to keep paying for it. And all he needs to say is it's a limited issue, and those copies are just going to go boom. Oh my God, yeah. Oh, it's a horrible thing going on here, isn't it? It's horrible. I've heard some very disturbing things, about all this just recently. And when I heard Andrew Dixon, and I thought, do you fucking know what's going on outside, mate? Do you fucking know? In his little gazebo. I want to go down. I want to choke him to death. I do. I want to choke him to death. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Some people got too much fucking money, haven't they? Yeah, I think I might just, when he goes out to work or goes down to bloody Waitrose to do his shopping, I think it's like, right, bloody, what do they call it? Free trade. Oh, we get free trade coffee. He'll have a free trade invisible ray sitting in his fucking lounge when he gets back, and I'll change the locks. That's my gazebo now, mate. No, we're only joking. We ain't gonna come visit you. Hate it up north. It's full of wankers. I'm joking. I'm joking. Anyway, listen, I'm going to have to finish this because this is an official video, and hopefully that'll be the end of my dealings with Paul McCartney, more or less. More or less, but I've got to keep my eyes and ears open because there could be. I mean, I like Paul McCartney for the entertainment value. I do. We love Macca. Can you do me a Paul McCartney song from the past? Yeah, give us a sip of that beer and I might consider it. Oh, right, then, you little wanker. Oh, right. Molly? Molly, come here. Mm, mm. She hates Socrates. She's peeping over the top of the laptop. Look at give me right evils. Come round here, you big chicken. Come on. Come here. Come here. Molly, come here. Nah, she's jealous. She likes being with Invisible Ray during the evening, and she likes getting under the quilt, and she likes biting my feet, which I don't mind. It's when she bites my nuts it hurts. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. Oh, she's gone. Maybe she's gone for some chow. All right, let me read some of these things here. All right, nothing is real. You'll get your moment in the sun. If can you all stop commenting from it so I can read his bloody question? Pressed bath. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I can totally understand that at all. I would have talked about Rolling Stones. I've gone off the Rolling Stones, but I did listen to A Sympathy for the Devil today. Great song. As far as I remember, there's 38 oohs on there. I think that's the case. But please do yourselves a favour. Do not count them. All right. I think this happened because I think I was on cocaine one night. I had nothing to do. I was kind of trapped in my place, and I just and I just put that record on. And I started thinking, oh, da, 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 da. Sympathy for the Devil, yeah, 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 yeah. And I started counting the oohs, thinking that if I counted the numbers, it might lead to a significant. Anyway, look. Don't gotta know, but I don't know. You can look it up if you're interested. There'll be brighter minds than mine that have worked this one out, not some fucking idiot whacked up on Charlie. So there you go. That was my top 10 Maccas. And like I said, I feel quite dilapidated after that because I'm thinking about all the money that I spent on all that. And for musical value, it's go and buy Elton John's albums. That's all I could say. Go and buy Slade. Go and buy Gary Glitter. Even Michael Jackson's albums. But with Paul McCartney's collection, and believe you me, once he's dropped dead, you're going to have to foot a fucking big bill on a load of shit that's going to come out in a huge box. All his works, man. It's going to cost you thousands. And they ain't going to give a shit. And then they'll do a stripped down box set. All the stripped down numbers. And then you'll get all the George Harrison shit being revamped. Anyway, listen, I'm going to go for the time being. But been lovely talking to you. Pip, pip, old chaps. Ta-ta.